So, I mentioned in the last recording, it'll probably go up around November 4th, which is like 6 hours from now, that I moved from Connecticut somewhere and then back. What happened was, because of like a work related thing, I moved to Arizona for a year and then back to Connecticut. So I lived in Connecticut for like 15 years, Arizona for a year, and then now I'm back here, Connecticut. And I went back to the same school that I was in for like high school, like end of middle school and high school. I moved back to the same school. So a lot of use of the same word. And when I was back, I got given back my old school email. So for those of you who may not know, so like the school email is like the school gives you a specific email that you use for anything. I'm gonna say one more time, anything related to school, or anything inside the district or whatever. It depends if you're in a public or private. Really doesn't matter. But the thing that was weird was it wasn't like a new email. Like I got given this email and it was the exact same one. So I could scroll back and all of a sudden I get 2024 emails mixed in with like 2022 emails. And it is kind of strange to see. Well, 2022, 2023 years aren't working. It is a feeling that I've never felt before, because it's like reading something that you wrote in like first grade and then reading it again in like fifth. Or sorry, like writing something in first grade and then reading it in fifth. You know, like if your English teachers ever made it and you do an assignment where like, oh, write a letter to your future self kind of thing. Not that I don't like that. It's just, I'm just using that for an example. It was strange because I get to see all my old emails, my old documents, how much I used to suck at writing. Just trying to get better, that's all. And I don't know, it's a weird thing that not many people have experienced. But that's just one of the small things I just noticed. That's why I wanted to get on and record this. Something else, just looking at the runtime, I need advertisement and money. Something else I noticed is that all this stuff is like, it's like a time capsule. You know, maybe I'm starting to understand why the English teachers made us write letters to our future selves. You know, I remember in 6th grade and 7th grade, I went to a public middle school, and in 8th grade I went to a private school, which is where I'm at right now for high school. In this, scooch you over. So, in this public school, I had a English teacher in 6th grade named Miss N. Let's just call her that, Miss N. And so she made us write an English assignment with like the time capsule thing, as I was just saying. And then if we gave it back to her in 8th grade, she would give us like a prize or whatever. I wasn't really concerned about that. I was just more worried about like, oh my God, how much am I going to change? And I think this is true for a lot of people. A lot of people can like, not like sympathize, but like understand what I mean. But I say this is that middle school, big changes, huge changes. So 6th and 7th grade was like, not, let's just say it just was not fun. And 8th grade was probably one of the best years of my entire life, because I moved to this new school and I made a lot of friends. I'm not telling everybody move to private school. Nah. If you're not in that position, it's okay. But the thing is, moving to that new school, autofocus, moving to that new school it was a change. It was a change, but I think it was for the better. You know, I made in the first 2 months, I made a lot of friends that I still have today. And that's especially cool because, so I spent like every grade, so like 7th grade, so here, like a barrier, so, whoa, autofocus. So this is 7th grade. Everything before 7th grade was public school. Everything after is private, up until like 12th, but that doesn't really matter. So 7th grade, everything before public. I didn't really have many friends because I kind of moved schools a lot, and moving from elementary to middle school, I lost a lot of friends because they all went to E school and I went to M school. I'm just calling them by their first initial. So already going in, I didn't have a lot of friends because a lot of these people went to a different elementary school, and it was just not easy, especially in that school system, which is messed up. Just saying that. But 7th grade onward, or well, I guess 8th grade and onward, like I said, first 2 months of starting school at H school, let's just call it that, which is a private school, I made a lot of friends, and a lot of those people I still talk to. And so 8th, 9th, but here's the thing: in 10th grade, that's when I moved away to Arizona. So I was kind of not there for 10th grade. I'm back for 11th. But 10th grade, I still talk to all those friends. If you make an effort to do that, it'll make everything so easy. It makes everything so much easier when you return on that return journey. Now, I'm not saying I'm like some insert the Return of the King title card here or something, because I'm not like a super popular guy. Let's be real here. I'm not popular, but the thing is, like, returning, it just felt so like surreal, because I don't live in the same town that I grew up in. So instead of living in M town, I live in NH town or whatever. And sometimes I go back to M town, and it is so surreal seeing everything that is changed and that everything that's been stagnant. And most of the time, it's been stagnant. Like, there's a gravestone. I forget which one it was. When I used to go on walks, there was this graveyard. It was very beautiful. I'm not edgy, I swear. And on this grave was like a gold engraving of, like, I think it was like the Starship Enterprise or something. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Gosh. Yeah, everything. Some things change. Some things don't. You know, I felt like every day I was back here, I'm thanking my lucky stars, because honestly, you know, like, my dad, to get back to where we are now, because we weren't really all that happy in Arizona, he moved to the frickin' heavens and the earth. So, thank you. But I don't know. I had a few good things in Arizona. Like, for example, my history teacher, let's just call him Mr. Z. He was probably he is the main inspiration that makes me want to become a history teacher. Definitely not elementary school, or like not elementary. Most definitely not middle. Either high school or college. I'm not gonna say college or rule out college, because, you know, I haven't been yet. But he's basically what made me want to actually go to fricking school, because everything in frickin' Phoenix, especially, well, where I lived in Phoenix, let's just say that, was very much new money. And what comes along with that is kids being, well, I wouldn't, I don't know how to say this, because it makes me feel like when I say this, I'm relating the message like, oh, I think I'm better than these kids because I'm not new money, when that's not what I want to say. What I want to say is, it is just a completely different atmosphere from what I'm used to. And it was kind of sometimes scary to be in for myself, because it's like I'm experiencing a completely new breed of people that I never knew. And coming back, it was also kind of weird, because, like, you know, the Southwest versus the Northeast, they're absolutely different places. They're not similar at all. You know, like, like ideals, sorry, like, are absolutely different. And I don't really want to talk about politics when I do this stuff, but, like, the politics were super different. And again, something I'm gonna have to talk about, even though I don't want to, like, homophobia and stuff like that was Oh yeah, I remember. My principal said to this girl, Kay, let's just call her Kay, that she couldn't start a pride club at my school in Arizona, because people quote from him, if you get what I mean. She said this. She said that he said this. That people quote, join or come to this school because there is no pride club. Uh-oh. That's a bit odd, so I'm kind of glad I got out of there when I did. And I'm also kind of glad I didn't try to start a Pride Club, because I almost tried to. Instead, I tried to start a Tabletop Games Club, which had 3 members concurrently for the entire year, which I think I talked about in the other. Yeah, I did talk about it in the other one. That kind of fell flat. I don't know. Gosh, I don't even know where I was going with this. This is just yap. I don't know, but I just needed a yap because I got into my old school email and now I'm talking about Pride Club and whatever. So I guess that's it.